Hello!
Hello!
We are so ready for this. Hello and welcome to episode 23 of the Flickerverse Show.
Yoo-hoo!
Woo! We are a full spoiler show, so you have been warned.
23 already. Damn.
Yeah. We've survived this long. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm. And
And
people
we
are still
survived
watching.
much longer.
Yeah.
My God.
Why are you watching us? Don't you have anything better to do, like folding your laundry or something? I don't know.
Yeah, Niels.
You can do
what
that
you
as you watch.
Yeah, actually, like folding laundry while watching something is pretty nice. It's the only way to actually get some laundry folding done. Gosh, that
Damn
would-
right.
That on a podcast. Okay, so hi Ashikova. Yeah, how's everyone doing? Camille, it's raining.
I mean, it's the UK, so what's
Yeah.
surprising was that? But yeah, it's fine. I was a bit sick last week. I'm feeling much better today, so hopefully that means I'll be. I was gonna say like more reactive, but I'm not sure that's appropriate. Like that's a proper way to say that. So anyway, more into the life. I don't know. Whatever. What about you? How you guys doing? You went to Sweden a few days ago, right? How was that? Or did I?
We are in Sweden. I went to Finland.
Yeah, Finland. Gosh, yes.
Same shit.
Jesus, it's starting well.
I mean, they have so many signs in Swedish. I mean, it used to be Sweden. So, I mean,
We'll take it back someday.
Sounds like me talking about Belgium.
no, it was a great few days. I went there for like a science work conference thing. Lots of zoo archaeologists talking about lots of animal bones, dead stuff, being super nerdy. Everything from like how to measure horses to our presentation about herringbones to like beavers in Lapland and like strontium isotopes and yeah, all fun and nerdy.
Nerdy.
Yeah, so it's been great. I got to meet up with some of my old pals from when I was studying, and yeah, good times all around. But now I'm super tired, and my social battery is just totally drained.
Yeah, but
Got back on Sunday. We had to get up at like 3 a.m. to get our flight. So, and then just back to work.
yeah, directly. No break, no resting down. Just
No, and then just getting back to work and having to deal with like HR stuff more or less.
oh,
Just like no. So yeah, it's been a week. It's been a week, and you've been school stuff.
I've had a week, yeah. I'm still stuck on that horse measuring thing. Like, there was a whole session on measuring horses.
No, but
So how? I can't help but picturing rowdy horses not wanting to be measured, and then
oh yeah, that was the thing. He actually got kicked.
you get kicked by a horse not wanting to
So
be measured. Yeah.
taking measurements of live horses to apply to when you just find like horse bones and you want to reconstruct like what type of horse it is and if it's So he's developing equations for like linear regression curves for like if you measure this long bone in a live horse, then how do we get like the size of the horse when you only have like a few bones from a dead horse?
That's action
Yeah.
science. Get down here, I can measure you.
So yeah, he was a fun guy.
nice.
Yeah. And Androl, what have you been up to?
Measuring horses.
I have not been measuring horses because then I would probably die. I'm allergic.
they are
Deadly
shitty
allergic.
bastards. I
Oh,
don't-
yeah. They want to kill me just by existing. I'm allergic to horses.
I didn't know it was possible to wear like a I mean, it makes sense that.
Your sound is dropping out a bit, Camille.
Right. I don't know what to do about it. So let's say as it is. Hello.
This is really weird.
Bonjour, bonjour.
Bonjour.
Hello, hello.
Oh, that's better.
Hello, hello.
That's better.
You turn it on and off like in every technical issue.
Okay, you were saying.
No, nothing. I just have been existing as well. The most I got up to was this Saturday. I had a friend over and watched Melodifestivalen, like the Swedish precursor to Eurovision. So, hey, that's about it.
Hey.
I have no life.
So, any good songs?
No, of course not. It's Melodifestivalen. No good. Mediocre ones that, at least 90% of them, I could have sat down at my computer and made better songs during the live show. So.
And then I think Neil's question is like,
Appropriate.
yeah.
Yeah, it will never happen because they won't have me.
You applied. No.
I will
So
not
many times.
subject myself to their terms. I will sing my songs into the empty void and pass into obscurity. And then I will be celebrated in 1,000 years when they see my true genius.
So dramatic.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm a bard. What did you expect?
Charisma's all over the place. Oh, okay. Anything else that's been happening, or should we look at what like actual people have been doing on social
Actual
media?
people.
Actual people.
Rather than these fake bastards you see in front of you. Yeah.
I have no idea what we're doing. My
No.
glasses are just like shiny.
No.
Oh, yeah. Priyanka posted some amazing photos. Yeah, some behind the scenes stuff. I haven't even looked at this.
Yeah, there's been. I don't know why a bunch of people started posting behind the scene picture last week. Is that just because one started and then everyone else went for it, or I don't know? But nice.
They must have so many fun pictures. I want to see all of them.
Yeah.
And those wigs are amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So why did Lan get such a bad one? All right, this one. Nice. I'll be in the cage. Could have been Rourke. Yeah.
Is there
and,
other photo on that one?
or was there more?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright,
I think there's a.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Here we go. My bad.
well, that's Grammy.
Nice.
Nice.
And the last
more?
one.
I don't know what's happening there. You'll over,
Are they sleeping?
you'll go
Are
over
they
with
trying to figure out
exhaustion
something?
with script
Exhaustion.
supervisor. Endless overnight shoots.
Gosh.
Don't envy them for that.
Yeah.
Hope they get well paid. Oh yeah. Whoop.
Sorry.
I am
Trying to-
amazed by how much Shan is like posting about the Wheel of Time.
Yeah.
Like it feels like she keeps posting about costume like for the past few weeks. She has like, I don't know, 20 posts or something like that at least. And I don't know, it's been great seeing that. I
Yeah,
hope
she
she gets.
feels so like immersed in the show. And
Yeah.
the costumes are just so wonderful. And so much just like hand stitching and
Yeah.
and like all the cosplayers are just like yes. Needs to do the Shine Arns at some point so I can upgrade stuff. Oh, so yeah, go to her Instagram and just check all the videos out. Sound and everything.
You can't see it, but there were 10 Aiel in that video.
Yeah.
At least.
These are really nice as well. I love the artwork for it. Did Nynaeve have that broad in the show? Feels like it was just a little bit around the neck.
I think yeah, like the color thing didn't stay. It's mostly just the arms,
the wrist things,
the wrist thing. Yeah, like sometimes design and what you finally get change, and that makes sense.
The cuffs. Thank you. Right. Some more. You always
looks so good. Oh,
enjoy looking at Leandra and stuff. Like so much. Your wrist things is the technical term. Thank you, Nils. Wrist things, cuffs, hems, something.
Listen, I don't know anything about technical English, okay? If I had to not say thing or stuff anymore, I don't know whether I could keep talking because I wouldn't be able to say half of the things that I'm saying. See, just say thing. I love what she mentioned that Leandrin's costume becomes darker and darker red as soon as it's obvious she's from the Black Ledger.
Oh. I love all the little details they just and the lore that they put into. Oh, look at that!
Oh. Damn.
And it's like you almost don't even see it in the show.
No.
But they still take the time to do all these little details and
yeah,
it shows how much they love their work.
I think that's one of those things that if you didn't go into such detail, it would show up on screen, right?
Yeah.
Eventually.
I've seen fantasy shows before from like the early 2000s where they don't have as much detail, and it feels like they're lacking something. Like there's a lack of depth in the world, so everything is just so plain and on the surface.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
The details that are added everywhere kind of turn the world into something that seems real. So yeah, I like that.
Give them some awards now.
Yeah,
right.
Oh, this one as well. Also very dark blue for some reason.
Some reason.
Interesting.
Symmetric equals dark red.
I had not noticed like during the show or like the front. Is that some embroidery or something like that?
I think so.
Looks really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm searching for a word for it, but no.
Yeah, it looks really great.
Stuff.
Embroidery.
And I love that, like, even within the tower, they all have their very specific style. It's not like a uniform that everyone in the like Blue Aja is gonna wear or something like that.
No. Aiel bathing.
Yeah.
Weird stuff.
Look so happy.
I love this picture. Will be like after Rand has like made water in Ruidian. There you go. Like, woo! Hot spring.
Yeah.
I want it.
ice dip saunas and warmer days. And friends. Nice. So I think that was. I mean, there's probably plenty more on social media, but
I haven't
I've
seen
been
that much
working and
more.
stuff. What?
I don't think I've seen a lot more. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
I don't think
everything. Ever.
Yeah, no, but like since last week, I don't think we've heard much about like the filming in South Africa or anything. So to answer Ashokova, I think we got the confirmation from Geeky and Reese that some of those pictures were from Prague and around. So probably not. Probably just old photos, since everyone was posting old BTS.
Yeah, I'm guessing they have like someone just if they try to post something new, just going around slapping their wrists or something.
Yeah.
They probably signed a bunch of NDAs.
Oh, yeah, yes.
I mean,
I did-
some of them are known to being a bit careless about that kind of behind the scene content. Priyanka got tricked a few times, I would say. But so far, it seems like they have been very careful about what's going on in South Africa.
There might be some sort of blacklist. And I think I saw Jennifer Garcia posting something about New Zealand, but that's probably just personal vacay time.
Yeah, probably.
So should we jump into some flickering?
Sure.
Indeed.
With my tired brain.
Let's do it. Let's flicker.
It is believed there are worlds where a year is only a day here, and others where a day is a year here. There's supposed to be worlds where the very air would kill us at a breath, and worlds that barely have enough reality to hold together. And as we set out to explore these realities, remember one thing: be steadfast.
So, today's episode, or main flicker, what if Will Alcine was the Dragon Reborn? Any like initial thoughts? Does everyone remember who Will Alcine is?
I've just tweeted my thought, okay? I've just tweeted who the fuck is Will Alcine.
Yeah, so like the pretty boy of the Two Rivers. He's actually from Devon Ride, I think. I had to like check the wiki earlier because I couldn't remember all the.
Oh yeah, apparently.
And he hangs around Perrin as he comes back to the Two Rivers and sort of ends up like one of his bodyguards or like one of the Emmonsfielders, so Two Rivers men close to Perrin.
Yeah, but we actually
Yeah.
we don't meet him in the Eye of the World, right? We only meet him in the Shadow Rising when Perrin goes to.
Yeah, because I think he's from Devon Ride, so he's not in Emmonsfield. So they meet him when they are returning to the Two Rivers. So, how would that affect the story then?
An army of wide-eyed girls following him around.
He could rally the forces so easily.
I mean, technically, Rand is not ugly either. It's just because since he's so powerful and is such this impressive entity of the Dragon Reborn, and people are like scared of him, and so he's getting crazy with the madness. I'm assuming that we'll have seen will encounter the same issue if he's also a channeler.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so where Rand gets 3 girls, Will Alcine would get an army.
I suppose.
I was
mean-
just thinking. Sorry, not to change the subject, but
Please
of
do.
this army of teenage girls. But since he is from Devon Ride and not Emmons Field, that would mean Moraine and Lan would find him in Devon Ride, perhaps, and not. And what would that mean for like the rest of the Taveran boys and Egwene and Nynaeve, and would the Trollocs attack Devon Ride instead then?
I mean, I do feel like there's a reason why it was in that specific village that you had like 3 tavern plus the girls that can that are very powerful channel. Like the pattern kind of put all of the chess pieces at the same places and said, hey, you should go there. So I'm assuming that if we'd have seen was the Dragon Reborn, all of those chess pieces would have been around him too.
Yeah. So either all of them would be in Devon Ride, or Will Alcine would have been brought to Emmons Field then, maybe. Or
Yeah, maybe he would have been just traveling to Emmons Field for some farming related thing. I don't know what he does with his life.
A traveling farmer.
No, but like, hey, you have some commerce. Like, you have some. Those villages are not completely isolated. They have some relationship between each other. Like, I don't know.
They all know he's the prettiest boy in the 2 rivers.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is he like the same age, or is he young? I don't know. Would he still have been born
think
during the Aiel War?
I mean, he's not in much of the books, and there is not much information. I'm sitting here on the Wheel of Time wiki and trying to find something, but I mean, I think he's probably almost the same age as Rand and the others.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's probably around the same age because Perrin describes him as the most handsome boy in the river, and I feel like if there was a significant age gap between them, like either if Will was younger than Perrin, like he would be a kid, so he's never wouldn't be considered as the most handsome boy, and if he was a lot older, like he would be probably married and then not being paid attention to. So probably around the same age and Perrin and the rest of the boys.
So
I got an answer to my who the fuck is Will Alcine question, and Thibaut on Twitter answered the 2 rivers top twink. And I'm like, not wrong.
So speaking of that, how would, like, if Will Alcine was the Dragon Reborn, and we all, like, Perrin gets a bit jealous when, like, Fael talks to him. How would that, like, you think, how would that relationship dynamic work out? It was still assumed that we have Matt and Perrin as the 2 other Tavern.
I mean, Perrin and Will get to have some sort of relationship because Will is in the 2 River when Perrin goes back to save the 2 River from the White Cloaks. But if Will was the Dragon Reborn, I mean, it would be kind of like the same relationship than Perrin has with Rand, but even like they're a bit more stranger because they don't know each other as well as they knew at the beginning of the books, I guess. So I don't think Will would have much opportunity to flirt with Fael.
Sounds like it will turn into some sort of Paradise Hotel version of the Wheel of Time. Paradise Wheel. I don't know. Paradise of Time.
Would Will Alcine live up to the romance novel covers that we got of the Wheel of Time books? That's the question. I mean, no,
It will be
It
obvious
depends.
who's best with girls. They wouldn't have to ask the question so often.
it's kind of hard question to answer because we know so little about him. How he was raised. Was he raised right? Did he have a good family? Is he a good person? It kind of, I mean, he follows Perrin in the books, and it seems like he mostly does what he's told and stuff. So, would it change much? Maybe not. I don't know. It's
So where would that leave Rand? Would Rand even exist, or would he just be a farm boy
Yeah.
raising
Yeah.
his?
would be a sheep herder.
Oh, would he
probably
still be
wouldn't
able
mind.
to channel?
And maybe
Yeah, maybe.
Rand would have been part of the Black Towers then.
Maybe.
And maybe Rand would have been turned.
Oh no,
Darth Rand.
real Darth Rand. Become one of the chosen, maybe. Just new.
So would we disregard the whole prophecies about being raised on Dragon Mount or born on the
Born.
slopes of Dragon Mount? How would
No.
that work?
I mean, we don't know Will I'd seen for all we know. Like, well, no, it's not in the same situation as Rand. But like, when you don't know anything about someone, you could just change his past and whatever. So he was born on the other side.
He was
Indeed.
born on the other slope, of course.
By another Andoran maiden and another Aiel man, or maybe a male Andoran who went to waste for some. No, I don't know.
I mean, if the pattern wanted it to be, then Will Alcine would be born on the slopes somehow.
This was so weird because it would be like, oh, it's still Rand. We just change his name to Will
Yeah.
Alcine.
Yeah, pretty much. If we need to fulfill the prophecies.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
Twin,
everybody.
maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
like
Rand's Eden twin brother? That sounds like a fanfic.
I don't know what hair color does he have. I'm assuming brown.
You can dye it.
Yeah.
He fell into a pot of hair dye when he was little. Now he's redhead.
Or maybe Book Reel has been dyeing his hair black from the start, just so people
So
would
you
stop
fit in.
saying no, but it's just so people would stop saying, "Hey, you look a little bit like Rand."
Were you born on the same slope, perhaps?
No. The other slope.
Slope Brothers.
Slope brother.
It's a well-known term.
would or maybe like if there were two and he could be raised like as if Tam found both of them. Here's a baby on this part of the slope and here's another baby on this part of the slope,
Yeah.
and Tam just comes home with twins.
Slippery slope of twins.
Mm.
Oh, another one. I have two now.
Another one. This is a trail of babies.
That's not a way to distribute Dragon Reborns. Oh gosh.
It would
Yeah.
make it more difficult for them to figure out who was the actual Dragon Reborn, I guess.
I got nothing.
I mean, it feels like just if it would still be more or less Ran's story. We just change his name,
Yeah.
unless we actually change the prophecies, and then we could change the whole story. But
Yeah. I mean, I feel like as soon as you start your what if with what if someone else was a Dragon Reborn, it's going to change the whole story anyway. So it's the story is at it is because some specific characters were put in the center of it. You change those characters, you change the story.
yeah. Okay, want to do another flicker?
Yeah.
Sure. That one was a quick one.
Oh,
A quick flicker.
that we don't know much about Will Alzine.
No, it's hard.
What if the female Aes Sedai had worked with the male Aes Sedai in sealing the boar?
We kind of talked about that when we were talking about what if the Saida had been tainted too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
I
touched
was meant
that
to be tainted.
on this more or less in last week's episode. With
Yeah.
Yeah,
so-
it's a bit of
Sidene
a,
and Sidon.
it's a bit of a different vibe in the sense that in that case you kind of have two options. Either it works and then you don't have the breaking, you don't have any taint, and you don't have, like, maybe there'll be another reason why there'll be a fight 3,000 years later, but it's not directly related to that one. It just sealing the boar maybe was only a temporary thing, and at some point the sealing doesn't work perfectly well, and that's why Rand is a Dragon Reborn. But you could have some things that actually work without corrupting the source, either of them, or you could have both part of the source being corrupted.
So it feels like this might just move the timing of like the breaking,
Yeah,
depending on the outcome of the sealing of the board. They make
Yeah.
work.
And
mean,
then
it
there's
would-
the whole discussion about diluted taint and all that.
I mean, it would probably move the up the timeline. So if in 3,000 years from sealing the boar, when they are, that will be like after they seal the boar in the end of the books. So say 3,000 years further down in the future, what will make or in the next age, what will make the Dark One be able to touch the world? Who knows?
yeah.
So that's, yeah, it's kind of speculations.
Any other thoughts about how this would like affect the main story?
I
Would
mean,
there...
one thing that could be interesting to consider is what if they work together, and as a result they are able to seal the Dark One in a better way without corrupting the source, and as a result you don't have this downfall of societies and you get at the end of the Second Age. It could still be another age because you still had this war against the shadows that people still need to recover with, but they have a dawn, but a small dawn, and that would mean that the Third Age would probably reach higher peaks.
Mhm.
So would we reach a point where it's too much and someone do something else that actually breaks society in a different way? Because like in a way this boar kind of resulted from people wanting more power or wanting a different type of power. So maybe they will like a few thousand years after sealing the ball, someone would actually reopen it or something like that.
Yeah.
Or and maybe that would be the reason why we have this war at the end of the Third Age. Who knows? It could be a very different Third Age if you didn't have this fall of society at the end of the Second.
The Wheel of Time in space, where we go to the Ogre home planet.
Oh,
or something.
Now we're talking.
Finding more about the Eowyn and Eilfin.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're joking, but like, if that would be an evolution of society, I'm actually surprised at the Second Age. There's no record of them exploring space, but considering the power they had, that's a surprising thing.
Weird. I mean, the first age did that. At space stuff. They should have.
First age is dead. Yeah.
So it makes you wonder what happened between the first and the second age. If there was like some sort of downfall in between, and loss of knowledge there as well. But you feel like they should have like come back to the point of space travel.
Because one of the reason why I saw people look up to space right now, it's because there's so many unknowns there, and it's the history, like understanding how space works also give us a better understanding of our own work works.
Yeah.
Like this understanding of the outside give you a better understanding of the inside. And maybe the Second Age is an age where they don't think there's any more unknown about the outside.
Maybe. Because space travel is not the same as going to another dimension. We want to go to space. I love space.
I mean, I don't think there's portal stones in space. And if they did, they wouldn't be able to breathe, probably. So.
And especially if you know that the Ogier are an alien, like, civilization. Like, wouldn't you want to know more about potentially other civilizations that live out there?
Yes.
Exactly.
Oh, now I want Second Age space travel stuff in the books. Put it in the show. Oh, they can't, but still.
Maybe they maybe they actually never figure out how to do speed of light travel, because without, like, if you're limited by
they should at least have set up like colonies on Mars and stuff.
I mean they should. If they could travel like they do in the books, they're pretty much folding space when they go from one part of the world to another part to a gateway. So if they have like thousands of years to work with this and study it, they probably would figured out how to, fold space to move a spaceship. Except instead of going faster than light, which is incredibly hard to do. But I think it would be easier for them to figure out how to fold space around them to move to another part of the galaxy.
But maybe the source doesn't work outside of the planet, like the current planet.
That is an interesting idea as well. Does it only work on, the world, or is it bound? Is it like the Force in Star Wars, like it's everywhere? But I don't know.
Well, I mean,
it's connected to a soul, right?
I'm thinking the pattern and like the creator and the Dark One, they exist outside.
I mean, we don't know of any Ogier channelers.
No.
But
so maybe it's something that developed like from the First Age ended, and that's how like the power started to happen, and it's very specific to us. And I don't know.
I mean, it may be so that in different parts of the galaxy they use it in a different way. or they access the power to different
Yeah.
means. I mean, but the power, if we are to believe the creation story of this world, then it says that the power is what drives the wheel that makes time moving, pretty much. So, and even if you're outside in space, time is always moving. So, but then on the other hand, it would be interesting to see if you can go faster than light, and pretty much go through time. Would you be able to use the power there?
Well, who knows?
I broke my brain.
Yes. But if I was alive in the second age, I would totally be researching that. I was like, we need to go to space. We need to terraform Mars and be able to channel on Mars.
I mean, I probably would not, because technically my background is in aerospace, and I was like very early on, no, I don't care about the space, so I stayed to the aeronautic part and then moved to not even working in aeronautics. So
I mean, I know nothing of the science behind all of this, but I still want to be an astronaut. Xenobiologist would be my dream job. But that's
Yeah.
not gonna happen.
Dissecting
I mean-
ogre.
maybe in the next age,
Oh, I could have my collection of Ogier bones.
in your next life, you'd be in your next life, maybe you'd be able to study xenobiology.
But yeah, ogres probably runaways from a world where channels went crazy. I agree with Nils.
I don't remember that, but I also didn't know that they were
That's
aliens until.
I mean, we don't know exactly where they're from, if it's like from just a mirror world or actually from another planet, right?
Yeah,
Or not mirror world, but like other dimension, like Finns or.
I mean, the no channeling and steadying could be because those steadyings comes from a planet where channeling is not possible.
Yeah, that's interesting. That might be. Also, that might explain why ogres, when outside of the steading for too long, start to get the longing, because there's something in the steading that they need to sustain themselves on this world.
Yeah. Space
Maybe.
dirt. Space trees. So yeah, that discussion took another turn.
More interesting, nerdy turn.
Any other thoughts on the subject? So yeah, we might have a more high-tech society at the start of the third age,
Probably.
unless something else happens. I mean, it feels like the pattern demands mass extinctions on a regular basis.
Yeah, I mean, it's maybe just a way for the pattern to say, hey, you are actually overusing the resources of your planet, and this is not sustainable. So it's time to blow up everyone.
We're pushing the reset button now. You've
We
gone
are
too far.
definitely. Yeah.
I still picture that being the Elfin Eelfin. So, rewind, playing a game. Push this button. Start over. Bad humans, bad.
Oh yeah, they need the mass extinction saver. We can
Yeah.
so many emotions. That's got to be a feast for them.
That's a birthday party for Roger.
We're feeling done with this one.
Yep, it's
Yeah,
kind of hard.
I just like I know I'm still stuck on that. Why is the second age not interested by space? And now I have so many questions. Like,
I mean, maybe they were, but we haven't heard anything about it.
yeah, maybe we just lost record, or like maybe the record we have seems so absurd for people who have no interest in looking outside because they don't have the mean for that. They think it's just fantasy or something something like that.
I mean, because it feels weird that like Tom tells the story of Mosk and Merc and like walking around the stars, so they know like the myths of
but for them
being
it's
in
just
space
me
and returning.
because it seems unachievable. Like
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it feels like those myths would have passed through the second age, where they would probably have known that no, that's just history, right?
yeah.
Hey Roger, we love you too. We miss you. Hopefully see you next week. Yeah. Okay, should we do another spin and see what happens?
Yeah.
Oh.
Which one?
At when Rand was
at-
fighting Robin.
So at the end of the Fire of Heaven?
Yeah, when he and
yeah.
Avian gets.
Because he gets resurrected a few times. There's this one, there's the one
That
with
was the only Balefire.
the Dark Hound.
Oh yeah, okay, but that was. Yeah, right. That's also.
Yeah, because he got slobbered all over by the Dark Hound first.
Yeah,
but
yeah. He also gets resurrected because of
Yeah.
Balefire. Yeah.
That is true. But he didn't have time to die there, right? So
With the
he
Dark
was
Hound,
dying, but not technically.
I
But I thi-
think so.
I don't think he died, but I think he would have died. I think that's why he remembers it. Because
Yeah.
if Rand didn't balefire the Dark Hound, the slobbering would have killed him. Because it's slobbering, I got better.
Oh.
That means you're
Right.
new.
I think he technically didn't
No, But he
have
would
time
Yeah, I
to
think
die at that
yeah.
point.
but let's go with the Ravin. When Ravin just
Yeah.
lightning bolts.
Yeah, it's Matt, Avi, and I'm guessing some Aiel.
Asmodean.
Yeah,
Yeah, Asmodean.
yeah, Asmodean as well. Yeah.
He was killed along with Avienda and Asmodean by Raven's channeling.
Yes.
Yep.
So would that mean that they would probably be dead as well then? If Matt wasn't resurrected. But okay,
And
let's
Asmodean too, but that doesn't change much.
No. Yeah, I would have died eventually.
Can't you just chop off the arm?
Guess you.
I don't know how the Dark Hand slobber works, but it's not good for you.
I mean, it's acid, right? So you should be able to, chop it off at the shoulder, maybe. Maybe. They would have had a really hard time with Ashandara after that.
Yeah, but if he died at is that in Andor, right?
Yeah,
In Camlin?
yeah.
It's end of book 5.
Yeah.
So many shitty things that Matt wouldn't have to do. No spanking of Aes Sedai. No spanking of Egwene when he found her on the Armenian throne.
It's the answer.
No being fine with Tune basically leading the Senshin who are enslaving a bunch of channelers.
Yeah, the whole Shanshan thing would have gone slightly different.
Yeah.
And isn't he one of the generals in the end, saving us from
Yeah.
being overrun by massive hordes of
Yeah.
Trollocs? So no Matt, and we have Trollocs everywhere.
I mean, we can
Yeah.
find that last battle. Just so one thing, generals are a very replaceable resource.
Yeah, but a great general.
It's
another thing. No, but I think we would lose.
Yeah.
And I mean, because if he didn't go and join the Shanshan, we would be fighting the light would be fighting on 2 fronts, because they would be fighting against the Shanshan as well as the hordes of the dark. So that's not great.
Oh yes, no Hinderstap villagers. Oh.
I don't think they did that much difference, but
No, but they were fun.
they were fun. Yeah, that's fun.
Just like the look of, I don't know who it is, but it's like, wait,
Yeah, it was
weren't they dead? Didn't they die yesterday?
Yeah,
the
the Asher man whose only job that the last battle was open this gateway this time every day.
Here they go again.
Here they go again.
Like, ugh. Oh, he's got to have so much PTSD.
And Rand would be even worse off, I think, if Matt wasn't alive.
I mean, Rand would have to live with the fact that his friends died while he was fighting a Forsaken, and he was not able to save them. And Rand is already someone that always feels very guilty about everything and anything, even when it's not his fault. So
he's got the savior complex.
yeah.
No.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, not Rand.
Rand?
No. He would never.
Rand needing therapy? Never.
So I guess they would realize that the horn was not bound to anyone anymore, so someone else could pick up the horn.
Only if they tried it.
Yeah.
So at that point it was like in where was it? Was it in the White Tower? No?
Yeah. So we wouldn't have the whole, we need to get the horn to Matt. It's like we need to go get the horn and just use it.
Yeah.
Somehow it feels like Oliver would end up with the horn again, despite all that.
But why? But Oliver wouldn't. What would Oliver do? Because this is have they met Oliver at this point? No, they haven't, right? No, this is before Oliver. They meet Oliver in book 6, right? Yeah, because then they just gotten back from the waste.
Yeah, I think it's when Rand sends Matt to fetch Elaine to go back to no, so that's it's after, yeah. He doesn't meet Oliver.
No, because they find Oliver when they're outside Kyrian before Coolad.
No, because he hasn't formed. This is when he has formed the band, and they're going to send. Rand sends Matt to fetch Elaine to take her place as Queen of Andor. So he's going out to search for Salidar, pretty much. And in one of the villages, and that's when you see that Matt has formed some kind of band, because he has ranks and he has people in the village. When they are out at the bar, the red armbands and stuff to keep order when they're out carousing.
That must be the start of book 6 somewhere.
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
I think so.
So probably Oliver.
No.
No. So it would be difficult for him to find his way. Because I mean,
Oliver would be out trying to kill Aiel.
yeah. He would die trying.
Yeah.
Or just be taken as some sort of slave. So no, someone else would have to be Horn Sounder, I think. Maybe it's just Fael.
Maybe.
Who's the hero of the horn? Who's good with the bow?
Pigisa.
Bigita, yeah. Wouldn't we just have a Bigita situation with Matt?
That he becomes a hero of the Horn?
He becomes a hero of the horn. He could be pulled out of the Tel'aran'rhiod and be there again. He wouldn't be resurrected. He would just be pulled out from Tel'aran'rhiod. That could happen.
Good. I mean,
Sorry.
Hawkhorn tells him that no, you won't be bound to the horn. You won't become a hero for some reason, because he's afraid that he'll become one. But I mean, technically, he could become one. Yes.
I mean, it's like Harry Potter and the Sorting Hat. You don't want to be a Slytherin. I want to be a something else. So maybe like that.
What the hell is a Hufflepuff?
Isn't that a cereal? Sounds like a cereal. Nom nom nom.
Ravenclaw, Slytherin,
Ah, no dragons.
and Jigglypuff. Gryffindor and Jigglypuff. Right.
Wait. Aludra, where was she? She was in Tanchiku?
Blowing shit up.
So she was at the Val and Lucas circus later.
No, before that. When Matt met her first, she wasn't at the circus.
Oh,
That's after.
that was when they were traveling with Tom towards Tyr, but I don't know exactly where they were.
No clue.
Yeah, but still, I don't think so. No dragons, probably, or at least the dragons. She would make them, but probably with some other ruler or nation. Maybe the Shanshan would get a hands on her, but I don't think. No, she hated the Shanshan, right?
Yeah.
I think so. Oh,
Now she would probably find the means to construct her dragons in some way. But I assume.
mm-hmm.
But Matt had good funding, so. Or was it?
Indeed.
Yeah. Deep coffers. Yes. A lot of things.
wouldn't-
go
Yeah, it
different.
wouldn't be good for the light, right? No.
No.
Yeah.
But a lot of the tavern maids could rest easy. Now, I think the biggest thing must be like 2-1. I mean, maybe
Yeah.
if like Min would come in contact with the Shanshan earlier at some point, and she could be an influence instead. That's like
I had
Truth
forgotten then Min basically ends up forced. Like, she doesn't have much of a choice in what she does during the last battle. She's like, hey, no, you have power, so you have to work for us.
yeah.
I'm like, great.
I wanna see like what happens after the last battle. I just want like Matt and Min story and how they like just try to get away from the Shanshan together.
Yeah.
Just get back to like living their lives like they want to. That will be fun. Those two are a great team. And I'm looking forward to seeing more of them together in the show. I am not opposed to that change.
Min and Matt, yeah, they have a good
Yeah.
dynamic.
I'm
Apparently,
really
apparently
curious
they're gonna
what the-
spend some time again together in season 3, right?
Yeah, there was some mention of that. I think it was from Rafe, I guess, answering some sort of question.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't remember exactly, but yeah, that they would further explore their dynamic because they were so good together. So I'm looking forward to how they're going to do that, and still like try to keep with the book 4 story.
Yeah, I'm not too worried. I'm like,
Might be traveling back to the White Tower or something, maybe. We get some-
I'm like, it may be changes from the books, and I'm
Yeah.
at the point where I'm like, I kind of trust them to still make it coherent, consistent, like
all
even
that.
if it's different, it's still gonna make sense. They fall back on their
Yeah.
legs. I don't know how to say that in English.
Rafe
French
has
expression.
grand design, so in a way-
Yeah. They don't do changes without carefully considering why they are doing those and whether they could not do those changes and what are going to be the impact. So if a change is made is because it's not because they're like, oh, they don't see how important it is. No, they perfectly see how important it is, but they know that they have to do it for some reason we may not know yet. And I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep us on our toes.
Yeah.
Let us see more of the characters that we enjoy and like.
Yeah.
Do we have any more? I mean, there would be so many changes if Matt died, but anything else we want to discuss on the topic? So we have no. What would Tom Honest do? What would it be a?
I mean,
the band of the Red Hand.
There wouldn't be any, right?
I mean, the band starts before.
Oh yeah.
Right? I mean, it starts right around that time because it kind of starts when Matt killed Couladin, which was basically like a few, like not long before Rand fights Raven, because those two events are both in book 5.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So he has killed Couladin, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. I mean, if Talmanes is there from the start, it could be like, oh yes, we're gonna make this band in the memory of that guy who died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because Tom Honest and Elysian and some other dudes, they follow Matt around during that battle, so
Yeah.
they're all there. I know Tom Honest is there. I don't remember if Elysian is there,
Yeah.
but I think so.
I think the root of the band
Yeah.
starts there. And it wouldn't be the only band that fight for someone who's not around.
No.
That's what the Prophet does.
I mean, if you think about the storyline where Matt is in Salidar to get Elaine, and then he has to follow them to Ebudar, right?
Yeah.
But then he leaves Talmanes with a band, and I mean, Talmanes pretty much builds up the band to triple the size from when Matt left them by himself, just by recruiting when he's following Garth Bryn's army when they are moving.
Yeah.
So they are recruiting both armies at the same time.
Yeah.
So who would Rand send to fetch Elaine?
Elaine doesn't need it.
No, I mean she doesn't, but
I mean, if Rand has a bit as less people to figure out where to send them, maybe he will leave the woman do their job without him feeling like he has to send a man to tell them what to do.
Nope. Did you just hear yourself say that? No. Of course he will.
That would be unreasonable.
It's Rand we're talking about. He has to save the women.
Yeah, but it's always the same
Delicate,
thing.
like flowers.
When you have limited resources, you learn to use them in a better way. And I don't think it was a well use of resources, which means he probably had too many resources. So he could get rid of a few of his friends so that the resources he does have, he used them properly. And not
And Egwene was just like, "Oh, thank you, an army. I needed that.
yeah.
I'm
I mean,
keeping it now."
I mean, if he really wanted her to come, quickly, he would just send some Aiel to, carry her away. He would just sneak in and take her away.
Honestly, I feel like it was just a way for him to send Matt to do something.
I think it was for Robert Jordan to give Matt something. Oh, I need him to do something
What
here.
can we do with Matt?
Exactly.
Okay, I can send him on this side quest.
Yeah.
I need to put him in.
The last comment on the live chat is interesting regarding Hashem and Galad and giving the White Club redemption arc to Dane Bonhold. I think a lot would need to change before even those change to happen. But who knows? We don't know what characters are going to be important in the show. One of the reasons Galad has this White Club redemption arc is also because his mother ends up, not his mother, his stepmother ends up being assaulted by the White Cloak, by the leader of the White Cloak, and he thinks Valda has killed her, and that's why he fights Valda. Will the show give any sort of importance to Morghese? We don't know. If the show does use Morghese, will she go through that shitty arc? I'm hoping they'll find better use of her character than constant, having basically sexual assault in every part of her plotline.
And then a stalker follows her everywhere as well.
Yeah, basically. And if there's no Morghese, would Galad actually has a reason to take the lead of the White Cloak? We don't know. That's a lot of questions that we won't be able to answer until way later in the show. Yeah.
I mean, I think you can find enough reasons to just challenge Valda to a duel without having the Morghese plotline.
Yeah, I mean, we're at a stage that we can, this is kind of what this What If show is showing us, is that there's many ways to change the story or change some element of the story, but still go back to the original story. Tiny change can lead to bigger one, and sometimes bigger change can make us directly go where we want to go. So who knows? Who knows? Hashem and Galad could be interesting, for example, to have an internal point of view in the Black Tower with character we already care about, instead of introducing new characters. Who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah.
Those were some well-spoken words, Camille.
Yeah, no, I'm just bullshitting my way through it.
Right. That's the way to go.
Yeah.
So how are you feeling? Should we start rounding off a bit?
Yeah, let's pick the one for next week.
Yeah. Clicking going on. Let's see here.
Oh.
Oh. Constant
Oh.
dagger mat.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, that's dark.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Could be interesting. Okay, but I'll have to wait until next week to see how this might end up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, thank you all for tuning in today, and yeah, stay safe in the
Yeah.
Flickerverse.
Verse.
Remember to take good care of your portal stones, and hopefully we'll see you next week.
Yeah. See you next week. Have a good week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.